Listen to Buddha's teachings to let go. All difficulties disappear. Life is peaceful and happy. Listen to Buddha's teachings to let go. All difficulties disappear. Life becomes peaceful and happy. In the midst of modern life, with its constant pressures, deadlines, conflicts, and emotional storms, many people seek a way to lighten the burden on their hearts. We try to manage difficulties by thinking more, controlling more, or fighting harder, only to discover that the more tightly we hold on, the more exhausted we become. The Buddha, however, offered a timeless path. Let go. Letting go is not passive, nor is it a form of escape. In Buddhist wisdom, letting go is a profound inner liberation. It frees us from unnecessary suffering, opens our hearts to peace, and allows life to unfold with clarity and joy. When we learn to listen deeply to the Buddha's teachings and apply them in our daily life, we discover that difficulties lose their power and peace quietly enters our hearts. This article explores how the Buddha's teachings illuminate the path of letting go, of attachment, anger, fear, expectations, and the craving for control, so that we may live with lightness, freedom, and true happiness. 1. Understanding the roots of suffering. The Buddha taught that suffering, dukkha, arises not directly from life's situations, but from our mental reactions to them. These reactions come from 3 roots. 1.1 Attachment, lobha. We cling to people, possessions, ideas, outcomes, and identities. We believe that if things go our way, we will be happy. But life is impermanent. Everything changes. Thus, attachment inevitably leads to disappointment and fear. 1.2 Aversion, dosa. We reject difficulties, avoid discomfort, and fight against what we dislike. This resistance creates inner tension and emotional conflict. 1.3 Ignorance, moha. We misunderstand life, believing that external conditions alone determine our happiness. We fail to see the nature of impermanence, interdependence, and non-self. When we fail to understand these roots, we perceive difficulties as enemies and fight endlessly against them. But the Buddha showed that the real battle is internal, and the victory comes from awakening wisdom. 2. Why letting go leads to freedom. Letting go is not losing or giving up. It is releasing the mental chains that bind us. When we let go, 2.1, we stop fighting against life. Life is naturally dynamic. When we accept this flow instead of resisting it, the mind becomes calm. Difficulties lose their power because we no longer react to them with anger or fear. 2.2. We see things as they truly are. Letting go means dropping illusions and seeing the truth. Everything is impermanent. Everything changes. This perspective helps us stay peaceful even in uncertainty. 2.3. We reduce suffering for ourselves and others. When we cling less, we argue less, expect less, and hurt others less. Relationships improve because we give people space to be themselves. 2.4. We gain inner spaciousness. A mind full of attachments is crowded and heavy. Letting go creates room for compassion, wisdom, and joy to arise naturally. Letting go is a practice of the mind, a gradual transformation. With each release, life feels lighter. 3. The art of letting go in daily life. The Buddha's teachings are practical and applicable in every situation. Letting go is not something we do once. It is a daily practice. 3.1 Letting go of expectations. Expectations cause disappointment because they force life into rigid boxes. When we release them, we allow reality to unfold naturally. This doesn't mean we stop planning. It means we stop demanding. 3.2 Letting go of the need to control often comes from fear of failure, fear of uncertainty. The Buddha taught that the world runs according to natural laws, not our wishes. When we stop trying to control everything, we discover ease. 3.3 Letting go of past wounds. Carrying past pain is like holding a burning coal. The Buddha's wisdom teaches forgiveness, not to absolve others, but to free ourselves. When we forgive, the past loses its power. 3.4 Letting go of future anxiety. The future exists only as thoughts. The present moment is the only place where life happens. Mindfulness helps us return to now, where peace resides. 3.5 Letting go of ego. The sense of I creates separation and defensiveness. When we loosen ego's grip, we become less reactive, more compassionate, and more connected to others. 4. Buddha's teachings that help us release suffering. Here are some key teachings that guide us toward letting go. 4.1 The law of impermanence, anicca. Everything arises and passes. Emotions, relationships, successes, failures, even life itself. When we embrace impermanence, we stop clinging and cherish the present. 4.2 The Four Noble Truths. These truths show that suffering arises from craving and clinging, and that liberation is possible through letting go. 4.3 The Middle Way. Avoid extremes. Neither indulgence nor suppression brings peace. Balance leads to clarity and freedom. 4.4 Mindfulness, sati. Mindfulness helps us observe our thoughts and emotions without reacting to them. Observation itself dissolves attachment. 4.5 Loving-kindness, metta. Compassion softens the heart. When we cultivate loving-kindness toward ourselves and others, anger and resentment naturally fade. 5. Transforming difficulties through wisdom. Buddhist wisdom does not remove difficulties from life. It transforms our relationship to them. When we face challenges with awareness and softness, they become teachers. 5.1 Difficult people. Instead of seeing them as enemies, see them as mirrors reflecting our hidden attachments or impatience. They help us grow inner strength. 5.2 Stress at work. Pressure often comes from wanting recognition or fearing failure. When we work mindfully and let go of ego-driven desires, work becomes a form of practice. 5.3 Emotional storms. Emotions are waves. They rise, peak, and fall. The Buddha taught us to observe them without labeling or pushing them away. This observation dissolves their intensity. 5.4 Loss and grief. Loss is painful, but clinging to what is gone prolongs suffering. Recognizing impermanence brings acceptance, and acceptance brings peace. 5.5 Uncertainty. Life is inherently uncertain. Instead of fearing it, we can embrace it as the space where new possibilities arise. 6. A simple daily practice to cultivate letting go. Below is a short yet powerful practice you can use anytime. Step 1. Sit in stillness. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, close your eyes. Step 2. Observe your breath. Feel the gentle rise and fall. Follow each inhale and exhale without trying to control them. Step 3. Notice what feels heavy. Bring to mind something troubling you, an emotion, a thought, a person, or a situation. Step 4. Acknowledge without judgment. Say silently, "This is here. I see it. I allow it." Step 5. Release. With each exhale, imagine the heaviness dissolving. Whisper inwardly, "Let go, let go." Step 6. Cultivate kindness. Place a hand on your heart and say, "May I be peaceful. May I be free." Practice daily. This meditation gradually reduces attachment and nurtures deep peace. 7. The happiness that comes from letting go. When we practice letting go sincerely, something remarkable happens. 7.1 Peace arises naturally. Not because troubles disappear, but because we stop clinging to them. 7.2 Relationships improve. We become more understanding, less demanding, and more compassionate. 7.3 The heart becomes light. We stop carrying unnecessary burdens. 7.4 Joy appears in simple moments. A cup of tea, a gentle sunrise, a quiet moment. all become sources of happiness. 7.5 Life feels spacious. We live with clarity and freedom, not fear and resistance. The Buddhist teachings do not promise a life without challenges. Instead, they offer a way to walk through challenges with grace, wisdom, and inner strength. Conclusion. A peaceful life begins with letting go. Life will always contain difficulties, but suffering is optional. When we listen to the Buddha's teachings, when we practice understanding, mindfulness, compassion, and acceptance, we discover that letting go is the key to true freedom. Letting go does not mean giving up. It means trusting life. It means allowing things to be as they are. It means opening your heart to peace. When we release attachment, anger, and fear, all difficulties begin to dissolve. And what remains is a calm, steady joy, a happiness that no external force can take away. Letting go is the greatest gift you can give yourself. And once you learn this art, life becomes peaceful, meaningful, and beautifully simple.